Hello, Aries. How are you? Happy birthday to everyone. Today's my birthday. Thank you. I'm going to do a quick reading because I have to catch a train. We're going to Rome today for dinner because the city is ancient, just like me. So today Mars moves into Cancer. The thing I want you to remember about Mars in Cancer is that it responds to the moon. So that means that every 2 or 3 days, your approach to how you get things done is going to change. It also means that you're going to have some days when you're very exhausted, some days when you're more empowered. And so you really want to pay, as long as Mars is in Cancer, which is, I think, for like the next 6-7 weeks. I'll give you a better idea of that later. Pay attention to what sign the moon is in, because that's going to be deciding how your energy levels are, how you are able to go about getting what you want done. So that's important. Now, the majority of the major transits have happened. This Mars moving into Cancer was the last of it. There is one thing I want you to be aware of, though, is that we are in eclipse season. This year, and there I got the gateway card. This year there are 2 new moons in Aries. So if you missed any manifesting rituals or whatever on the 21st, you have another chance on April 20th before Sun moves into Taurus. And that is actually right before Mercury goes retrograde. So Mercury will be in its shadow, so there will be some adjustment, but you can still do another ritual that day. But that new moon is an eclipse, and it's I forget what they call it. It's a mixed eclipse, which is very rare. So 2 in Aries, a very rare eclipse. This is another super powered new moon. So if you missed the manifestation for the last one, definitely get in on the next one. That said, let's get into the energy for the week. And I meant to do, like I usually do something special for birthdays. This past week has been insane. My housekeeper quit out of nowhere after 10 years. So I have been dealing with life things. I think I'm going to do little shorts for energy for each of the days. So keep an eye out for that. But I'll do it when I come back, like Monday. All right. So overall energy for the week of March 25th. 2023 for the Aries watching this video, please. What's the overall energy for the week of March 25th? Ooh, love it. Courage. Now, of course, we need courage because sometimes things can be a little bit bumpy, or maybe you're facing a new chapter in your life, or maybe things, energy is starting to kick up. Again, it's eclipse season. So eclipse season likes to fast forward for those decisions that you've been teetering on, like should I, shouldn't I? The eclipse energy pushes you towards making a decision. My advice is always to wait until after the eclipses are done. There's the first one, like I said, on April 20th, and then there will be another one 2 weeks after. So I like to wait until after the eclipses to make big life decisions, but sometimes the energy doesn't allow that. So anyway, this says, step forward, throw your shoulders back, and stand up for yourself with passion. Speak up for those less fortunate. Be impeccable in all your actions. This isn't the time to be timid and pull back. Don't be limited by the beliefs of others. Use your passion to make a difference. Courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid, and we know this phrase very well. Fearless means fearless, right? Not that you don't feel afraid, but you feel the fear and you do it anyway. This is what Aries are fantastic at. So acknowledge your fear and take action anyway. Make a stand. You are strong and powerful and have great valor within you. So this is basically just an invitation to be Aries. So the energy this week will feel very much at home for us. This is kind of when we're at our best, no? Like when everybody else is starting to freak out and we're like, all right, I'll do it. Now this got flipped over here while I was shuffling. Where'd it go? There you are. Okay. So this is the Six of Wands. This is the challenge position, right? But it came up in reverse. So it's like almost like a negative, and a negative is a positive. So what it's saying is that whereas normally I would read this as the challenge is feeling successful, I think or maybe having a challenge is getting success, coming up in the reverse, so it's internalized. I think the challenge here is you feeling successful. So this is a double invitation right here, and I'll put this back upside down as it was, even though I don't usually read reversals, but that deck rarely gives me reversals, so I'm going to pay attention to it. We are being invited to embody the energy that we were gifted with, to be the one who defends the others, who champions people's rights, who wants everybody to feel strong and happy and amazing and be themselves. So this is really an invitation. Like if you haven't been feeling strong, if you haven't been feeling Six of Wands-ish, like I got this, that this is asking you to have the courage to be that way, right? Don't worry about, how it could possibly be perceived. This is the energy that you were given from the universe, that you selected. It's time to be 100% totally unapologetically, not unauthentically, unapologetically, authentically you, right? And sometimes that requires writing in on a big lion or tiger with confetti. So go ahead and be a little bit extra this week is what I'm gonna say out there. Or just allow yourself to celebrate your wins. Sometimes this is something actually Aries has a really hard time with, because we're always out there battling for people and pushing through and breaking through the walls and taking care of everyone else, that we forget to celebrate ourselves. So, especially at birthday time right now, if like there's lots of shit going on, or you just don't feel it because Mars is going to be in Cancer, and there is a Cancer moon this week, so do keep an eye out for that. Take the time out to celebrate yourself, celebrate the wins, celebrate all the evolution, how far you've come over the past couple of years, and how different your life looks than pick your period of reference that you like. Now let's get the lesson, please, for Aries, week of March 25th. Like I said, growth and creation. Yeah. So, celebrate all that you've created. Whether it's a new personality, whether it's a diet change, whether it's a new job, you're in your manifesting mode, right? And so this is also a reminder, like if you were a little bit cynical about doing any of the rituals on the last new moon, do not be cynical about them going forward. This is such an incredibly powerful time, especially for Aries, to manifest. You can create what you are looking for. If you put that fire, that divine fire that we have been gifted with focused energy towards creating something, there will be growth, and there has been growth. Remember, we've been getting this card a lot. It's about time and letting nature take its space to let things happen, that we don't always have to be pushing to make it happen. We can set out the intention into the universe and then let it grow. One I read somewhere in one of these books, right, that it was saying that you put in the effort, but then you have to leave the universe space to do its job, right? So know when it's also time to step back and let the universe take over. But celebrate your wins, right? Celebrate what you've been creating. And if there's something, that you're like, oh, I can't, or I wouldn't, or I shouldn't, I'm not, this won't work for that reasons. Now is not the time to employ that thinking, right? Now is the time to really employ this thinking. have the courage and think about focus on what success could look like. That's the image that you want to have in your mind. Not everything that could go wrong, but be very clear on what success looks like for you and put that out into the universe and let it grow. Because we can get cynical sometimes. Like, we have big plans, and if we come into a couple of obstacles, which we've certainly had in recent times, we can get a little discouraged and focus only on what hasn't happened. Now is really the time to focus on what it looks like. And then know when we have to take the step. And that's why that Mars in Cancer energy is going to be really interesting, because we'll have some days when we're really active and other days when we have to take a step back just to regather our energy. That's okay. Don't push yourself too far. Know that in those absent times or those passive times, nothing is not happening, right? So something is happening. It's just not happening from your energy. It's happening from the natural energy. You've planted a seed. You've put the energy out there. Let the universe co-create with you. All right, 3 cards, please. There it is, the sun. Love that. Let it shine. Let your energy shine. I keep getting, and it was a campaign I had done years ago, but it was be bold, be you, right? And that's all that keeps coming up in my head, like again and again and again. Okay, 5 of Wands here, conflict somewhere, interestingly right underneath the Courage card. So like I said, there may be some stuff going around in your universe. Do not let that dismay you or get you off track or be like, wait, I thought everything was going to be smooth sailing. It's not necessarily going to be smooth sailing. Remember, the plant has to break through the ground. That's not necessarily easy. But that's what we do. Literally. Too many. One more card, please. Thank you. Okay, and the 2 of Wands. Right. So like I said, up and down energy. You may find yourself in a moment of conflict, like that there is conflict around you. People are playing games, acting a little bit childish, or this can also be, I don't know if you guys, I haven't seen it on TV in the United States, but there are huge strikes going on in Paris right now, which are definitely echoes of the French Revolution. Thank you, Pluto and Aquarius. So this can be getting involved in a fight, right? Or fighting for something, standing up for something that you believe in, having the courage to fight other people for something that you believe in. Know the difference, right? Of just getting into battle for not the sake of it or standing up for something, right? There's kind of a difference between, oh, interesting, 5 + 2, 7. There's a difference between the 5 of Wands and the 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands, he's more like standing up for something, defending himself against others. This is often considered a childish practice. So being able to know the difference, and that's where this 2 of Swords comes up, that there are going to be times when you are asked to step back, right? But remember that you have the sun here guiding, dominating over all this energy, and right under the Success card that came up in reverse, right? So, and they're both on like little horses there. So this is the energy you want to embrace. Don't get caught up necessarily in these kind of games. And remember that the pauses that you are going to be naturally taking because of where Mars is right now are part of the process. So don't get discouraged when you're like, I don't have the energy to do this. You are not being asked to be on all the time. You are being asked to take the right steps, put the right energy out there at the right time, and then let things unfold in their time and in their process. Well, let's get some advice here from the goddesses. I am loving this deck. I'm so glad I bought it. All right, advice for my Aries watching this the week of March 25th. Advice for Aries watching this March 25th, please. Oh, too many. Yuck. All right, interesting. So this card here is Metis and is wisdom. Now let's read that. Okay, so it says, experience woven together with knowledge creates a beautiful thing, wisdom. Its parts are entwined like a finely made rope that is so strong it can't be cut. Wisdom, once earned, becomes an essential part of you. Right now, the Greek goddess of wisdom, Metis, says you know exactly what to do in your current circumstances. The real question is, do you have the courage and commitment to make a wise choice? Your answer is not to hide. Remember, you are being invited to look within rather than without. Take the wisdom you already have and apply it to your question. Perhaps, however, you must instead draw forth the humility to find someone wiser to weigh in. Interesting. In this powerful time, others may seek you out for your wisdom. This is also, and that could be this, right? That could be where that conflict is coming from. Because like I said, excuse me, it's connected more with like child's play. So you may be like in someone else's kind of childish battle. You may be called in to be the master or have the courage to like lead them or advise them. Okay, so you are, so this is an auspicious period. No, sorry. In this powerful time, others may seek you out for your wisdom. This is also an auspicious period when new relationships are founded on deep truths shared with others. You are entering a potent period of your life to share all that you are and all you have learned. Oh, amazing. Extraordinary things are possible when the goddess Metis reminds you of your wisdom and the need to express it. Love that. So yeah, get out there and shine, Aries. And like I said, remember, sometimes it's drawing within to find the answers within. That's okay. Just because the energy is pulling you backwards doesn't mean it's the wrong energy. Don't be afraid to stand up for what you're believing. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for guidance if you need it. Or you may be called in to be sort of like a mediator to solve or to lead people out of this kind of nonsense, right? Again, think of the Seven of Wands. There's the guy on top where everybody else is fighting. That's your job. To be that Seven of Wands in this situation here. Get very clear on what it is that you want to manifest and put out there based on past experience. You know, this is like creation from wisdom. This has happened to me. Here's what I've learned. Here's what I've learned about myself. Here's what I've learned about the universe and about what I want to create. And then give it the time to grow and unfold. But I do think this is a time, like it said, it's a very auspicious time for manifestation. Definitely take advantage of it. We are currently on a waxing moon phase, so that's very good for growth. And I think that actually probably you're going to see things that you've been working on for a while start to come to fruition, because this is also a 9. And don't forget to celebrate your small wins, even if they're not completely done, right? And you're still on the road too. Make sure you celebrate the small wins because they are evidence of growth. They are evidence of advancement. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so love this reading. Wishing everybody a very happy birthday, and I will speak to you next week. Take care.